today I got something special for you. What we're gonna be talking about is intentional decision making under emotional pressure. So let me get it straight for y'all. Don't mind the background, we just in the nature type things. So I know we've all had some sort of confrontation with somebody else, and next thing you are is like you're either angry or you're sad, maybe even laughing when you're not really supposed to. Yeah, we've all been there. I'm using we very strongly. If I did it, you did it. Yeah, if you did it, I did it. So, you know, every time you're finished arguing with someone, you're just wondering to yourself, like, why did I even let that get to me? If we're gonna ask yourself that too, let's ask yourself some other questions. What are emotions in the first place? Why is it harder to make decisions when you're in that state? You're talking about being emotional. And why haven't we even evolved to conquer something like this? The result I necessarily found from American Psychological Association, they describe it as a complex reaction pattern involving behavioral and psychological elements, by which an individual attempts to deal with a personally significant matter or event. The specific quality of the emotion, example, fear or shame, that's kind of determined by the significance of the event. For example, if the significance involves a threat, then fear is likely to be generated. If the significance involves disapproval from another person, shame is likely to be generated. Emotions, they typically involve feeling, but differ from feeling at the same time. It kind of involves overt or implicit engagements with the world. Do you believe people can make rational decisions when under any sort of pressure?
Yes and no. I feel like there's a certain pressure threshold for if you're feeling too many needs, like hunger or emotional needs, or just life is on the line. I feel like there's a certain amount of pressure where irrational decisions can't be made, or that your decisions will be compromised, because at the end of the day, you're going to be rushing or trying to preserve yourself or preserve your life.
I don't think so. Sometimes your nerves and you being overwhelmed in the moment can make you think of quick decisions at that moment, and then later on you can regret it. Like whenever I get put under pressure and I get extremely nervous, I tend to just do things without thinking thoroughly, and then those end up being the best decisions I ever made. Instead of calming down, finding a common ground and analyze the situation, I would just rush into it. Because usually when I rush into it, I make the most mistakes and things go wrong. So I don't think so.
Okay. Second question. What are emotions to you in the first place?
It's pretty much how you feel in the moment, depending on the situation. Sometimes it starts from within here.
You're happy. I don't know. It's not a perfect definition, but different states of mind and different feelings that you have in the moment that just kind of constitute your mood.
Why haven't we evolved to conquer this obstacle?
I guess my answer to the question is I don't think we need to evolve past emotions, because in many ways we are. Humanity is emotions, and emotions are our humanity. But if we accept the premise that emotions are bad for us, or somehow bad for decision making under pressure, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine a world like that. I guess we'd all just be computers or artificial intelligence, completely free of any bias or emotion. And sure, we could make decisions, but what kind of decisions would we care to make without any kind of emotions at all?
Depends on habits. Some people have particular habits and how they deal with their emotions. Like usually, whenever an individual, especially an adult, has a way in handling their problems or any individual stress in their lives is pretty much taught through childhood. We learn how to deal with our problems from our parents. We learn how to deal with stressful situations from the elders around us. So when you are adapted to handle stuff a certain way and act a certain way, you tend to not know better. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Peachy. All right. Thank you very much, Dave.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope that was helpful at all.